All right. Thank you for your patience. We're now joined by interim head coach John Hackworth. We'll start again here with questions in the room and then transition to any on Zoom. Let's go ahead and raise your question if you do have one. We'll start here at the front. Go ahead.
What do you take away from the game? Obviously, you rested some guys, and you got the new guys more games, and you get a goal. And what do you take away?
Yeah, there's a lot of positives there. I think we're continuing to become a better team. Uh, and you know, there's things we need to do better for sure. But the guys that we called upon tonight did an excellent job. That's a really good Juarez team. Compliment to them for sure. But we dealt with it. We problem solved our way through some, interesting moments there, and that's what I'm trying to get this group to do. So, um, got, Marcel and Seti 90 plus minutes. That's another huge thing. I thought Ben Lund played great. Josh Yaro came in and played great. Jake was fantastic. Akil was good. It should have put us probably in the winning column, but for the most part, it was nice to see that we have some depth, that we can utilize that. We can rest some guys and get ready for Friday. So it stinks that, the PK thing, but I'm not really worried about that.
Roman, okay? He's back.
So Roman, it was his back, and there's no need to try to put him in a situation where he could potentially get, hurt. So, he hasn't been using Tom, he hasn't been in training this week because he's having all these back issues, and needed to get Ben an opportunity to play in an important game here in City Park. Hasn't done that in a couple of years. So it was nice to have that for him too.
Let's go to the back.
Yesterday, we talked, coach, about the high possibility of finish the game with penalty kicks. This way shows that at the final the results are tied. The penalty kicks means another point to make the difference. But it was a game about two teams very rude and very strong in the field, and at the end they finish a tie. How do you feel about that? That at the end the results are tie.
Yeah, I think your point is exactly right. Juarez is a really good team. And, I thought when we went up a goal, it was going to be a good moment for us to, catch them on the next counter. They were going to have to come forward. Unfortunately, we gave up a goal too soon. But they're a really good team. I told you yesterday that I really like the way they play. So hats off to them. And again, proud of our guys for figuring a lot of problems out in game and still being very effective. So good match overall.
Go to the middle and
Thanks.
then transition to the right.
Talked last week about kind of spacing tonight. Edu and Arnold were on kind of opposite sides. Was that something that you're still kind of working out, or do you like what you saw tonight with by line out?
Yeah, look, we made some adjustments in game. Um, you know, we we thought that they would try to build out of a three. So they normally drop Jonathan Gonzalez into the back and they build out a three. They didn't do that against us. So we had to, like, we prepared one way. Again, credit to them. But that's what I really liked, like without me saying it on the sidelines, which for sure I'm yelling. That's why my voice sounds like this. But Seti and Simon figured out how to adjust and press. And that was pretty nice. So,
That you'll have a lot of freedom on the bar wing. Is that part of the adjustment, or is that something that you're going to find out?
yeah, no, we tried to build out of a three, so we slid our three across. We pushed Akil high, we pushed Indy high, so it looked more like a 3-5-2 when we had the ball, and that was really good. I mean, we were pretty dangerous down that left-hand side.
Thanks.
Coach, regardless of the PKs, you guys ended up qualifying to the knockout rounds. What's something that you think you have to do as coach for the team in order to now it's going to be knockout games, not just to go for that draw or tie, just to take like that extra step in order to get that win?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of when you get up a goal like we did tonight, that we manage the game a little better, that we don't give one up so easily. And look, that was a great shot by them. So full credit to them. But in the build up to the goal that we gave up, I think we can improve. And we have some things that we will address tomorrow morning in the review.
Waiting for some results. Of course, you have some advantages of knowing the MLS teams. And I also think you have some advantages of being more physical than pretty much all the Mexican teams. Do you have like any preference about like facing either an MLS team or a Mexican team?
No, I mean, we know right now, Gatsby, we know, right? We get Portland. So, we know already, and we've already played Portland. In fact, we open with them when we return to league play. So, it'll be I don't think they wanted this, and we certainly didn't want it, but it is what it is, and we'll take it. It's here in City Park, and we love that.
Let's go to the left of the room.
Justin's question on the switch there. You mentioned how you guys kind of switched to operating on a back, getting up on the left a lot. I know you talked about yesterday how them getting down their right side, your left, was going to be a big part of their offensive game. Created a lot of crosses and a lot of switches over the right side from there. Did you do anything in relation to that switch to try to mitigate all those crosses coming from their right side?
The biggest thing is that we put Akil there because Akil's a really good 1v1 defender. So Torres is a fantastic player. Like, he is really good. So for the most part, we did a good job of containing him, and we did a really good job defending in the box, something we have not done well so far this season. So I'm impressed with, Kyle and Ben and Josh, because we did a really good job, especially when it was coming from that side. Jake pinched in, won a number of dangerous headers. We got a goal line clearance from Kyle. All of those things are big, in my opinion, pluses for us moving forward.
We'll go to the back and then transition to the front. Good.
Any similarities that you see from past matches where you guys score and then give up one so quickly on the other end?
At this time, no. That was a different game altogether tonight, which is part of what this Leagues Cup is about. Like, getting to see a Liga MX team and, trying to see how you fare against them. And I think that's part of this, tournament that is really valuable. It asked a lot of questions of us. I think we came up with a lot of good answers. And that's what really this is. So now we got to try to, switch it around. We play an MLS opponent in the next round and get ready for Portland.
Good.
So the MLS Next Pro has a rule of if it's tied at the end of extra time after the second half, they go to penalties. Did the thought cross your mind to maybe put in the MLS Next Pro City 2 goalie Oliveras, since he has more penalty experience from City 2?
No, it did not cross my mind. Ben Lunt is ridiculously good at PKs. So, it's unfortunate. I mean, the one goes through his hands, and hits him in the face. So, that PKs are PKs. It's such a, flip a coin and see how it goes. So, my best friend is going to really be mad at me, by the way, because he thinks we should train PKs all of the time and get this dialed in. But the reality is that this is just an exercise for all of us to go through at this point. So, and we'll utilize that as we go forward.
Any other questions?
It looked like the scouting report was good. Ben was in the right way.
Yeah, I mean, look, we have Alex Langer, and he's pretty remarkable in preparing our goalkeepers. The set piece goal, got to give Alex credit again, something that we looked at and identified, and that obviously executed very well. Perfect ball from Edu and great run from Simon. And congrats to Simon on getting his first goal here in City Park. That's huge.
Okay, how's it been we got goals from Hartle and the last game, you get Becker tonight, that you got goals from all the new guys?
Yeah, let's just keep on doing that.
Cool. Let's go here first, and then we'll switch over. Thank you.
Okay. One thing that kind of seemed to disappear from the offense in around May and June was a lot of touches in the box and final third entries from the center. A lot of being super width-based over the last few games, and I haven't seen the hard back, but it seemed like tonight just getting a lot more final third entries just from the central. How are you doing that? How important is that in the offense?
Thanks for recognizing that. It's something that we're trying to make sure that we get in the half spaces, and in particular, we're trying to get Seti and we're trying to get Cello in the half spaces because they're so good on the turns right there. I thought Indy found a couple moments as well. Get Simon, running in behind off of those, and that proved dangerous. It probably worked best, as I mentioned, on the left-hand side when we could go into those half spaces and then come back out or have a keel on either an underlap or overlap. Those are all things that we're practicing and training, but it's nice to see them come off and us be able to execute and be dangerous in the final third.
And what are the problems?
How would you kind of describe the emotional last 48 hours or so with Tim's departure, and is there an advantage to being in Leagues Cup as opposed to having some time to build back up when you go back to MLS?
Look, it's an emotional roller coaster, right? So, but you just have to deal with it. And whether you're a coach or you're a staff member or you're a teammate of Tim, that's something that we all have to deal with in this profession. And I take my hat off to the guys and our staff and everybody else that dealt with it in the right way, and um, you know, uh, still put a good performance out here despite that. So,
All right. Thank you, Coach. And thank you, everyone. That was tonight's press conference. Thank you.